So after I woke up yesterday, I looked at my bank account to see $2,000 deposited into it. 2,000 from one night of work at a place where nobody's going. Obviously, it's to entice me back, and I'm not dumb enough to not recognize that. I know the work I did was not worth $2,000. But god damn it if it isn't a fucking motivator. Miss Hinckley, or whoever's listening to this, I have a fund set up for my sister. If you could make sure she gets it, I'd appreciate it. 'Cause there might be a very, very big chance I ain't able to give it to her. Anyway, my second night at this weird place. So I walk in and one of the owners is there. I thought for sure that this was it. I was gonna have a black bag thrown over my head, and I was gonna be shipped off to God knows where, and my organs were gonna be taken out, and I was gonna lose. I was really scared. But she just smiled at me, and she told me how good of a job I had done, and her name's Abatha. She didn't give me a last name, and quite frankly, I was too terrified to ask her. But she told me about how I was doing such good work, and I had such a strong will and mind, which didn't make sense to me and still doesn't. And then she left me to do my nightly duties. At 12 a.m., the door's locked again. And I just did what I did the night before. But this time, at 3 a.m., when I went to go feed the door, it was waiting for me. You know how you can feel that someone's watching you, or that you're about to open a door with someone or something on the other side? It was that. I could feel it. And it could feel me. Anyway, I got on the ground again, thinking maybe I could sneak a peek at it. I looked, and it looked back. It, at least I think it looked, it wasn't right. It was not right. And there was a fear in me. That type of fear that you don't know where it came from, but you know it's meant for your survival. I I I was scared. I was really, really scared. I pushed I pushed the food in, and it knocked again. And I knocked back. I don't think I should look at it anymore. But there's a morbid curiosity that wants to see it. And I know that if I see it, I'll probably die. At least that's what my gut tells me, that if I look at that thing more than I already have, that something bad will happen to me. Something very bad will happen to me. but I can't help myself. Uh, what else happened? Oh, Myers, was actually up for a while with me. He didn't go to bed till around 2. He was. I don't think he's back on drugs. I really, really don't think he's back on drugs. But he was acting like he was going through withdrawals. He was just twitchy and clingy. He didn't want to be left alone. And he looked like he hadn't been sleeping right. He told me he's been having a lot of nightmares and he's been hearing things. Which, I don't know. I haven't heard anything. I mean, the little knocks and the creaks, but I just chalked that up to it being so damn old. But Myers was very paranoid, and I just let him ramble to me. Apparently, his parents are realtors, and they own a whole line of beachfront properties, and they use like those sites like Airbnb and all that kind of stuff to rent them out, and they make a lot of money. But he didn't want to go into that business, and his parents. Well, anyway, I shouldn't be talking about his personal business on my little recording. It's nice hearing the birds chirp and feeling the sun on my face. I guess, as a point too, Myers, when I leave there in the morning, I do feel like a weighted blanket's been lifted off of me. Not something oppressive, but something comforting was there, and now it's gone, and I feel light and freer. But I also kind of miss the weight. I don't know what's wrong with me. I guess I'm just lonely. I miss my sister. Oh, her name's Cassandra. If Cassandra Fink is her name. We got different dads. um, if you're listening to this and trying to find a next of kin, you ain't gonna find another Miller. At least not one that's alive. Could you give her a message for me? Could you tell her if something happens to me, that I'm sorry I couldn't be there for her graduation, or to help her move into a dormitory. But that I love her so much, and that all the money I do have is for her, and that I hope she lives a far better life than me. I'm I'm gonna go to bed, and I guess if I'm alive tomorrow, I will tell you about my night. Goodbye.